What's up, guys? It is Carly here, bringing you another addition to the weekly dose of horror, and today we're going to be talking about a movie that comes in this 3-pack here, and that is the Beast and Heat triple feature that I got here. I only bought this for the movie Late Fee, which was, if you guys watched my videos way back when, in my first 31 Days of Horror, I was doing all movies that were centered around Halloween time, and Late Fee is one of those, so picked this up just for that movie alone. And of course I did check out the other two movies in it, and also of course this is in the B section because as you can see, like, the Beast and Heat thing is what this is called. I have a few multi-packs where I don't really go by the first movie for, you know, alphabetical purposes. I go by the actual whatever is on the spine. That's what I go by and put it in the collection like that. But anyway, for this review, we're going to be talking about the first movie, and that is Flesh for the Beast. Yeah, so Flesh for the Beast. None of these movies are really related or anything like that, have anything to do with each other. This is put out by Shriek Show, but yeah, none of the movies really have anything to do with each other besides, I guess, the fact that they're pretty low budgets. But anyway, the movie Flesh for the Beast, this is from the year 2003, and basically you're following these, I think they're called like parapsychologists or whatever you call them. They're these people who are brought into this house or mansion or whatever, and they are pretty much called upon to investigate this manor and seek out these restless spirits that this guy claims are haunting the place. And these spirits are these succubus, women, 3 women that are in the house. They are pretty much under the spell of this magical amulet, that whoever gets a hold of this amulet kind of gets control over these girls. And the guy who owns the house, he kind of really wants to find this amulet. That's kind of his motive here. And so they, you know, they're investigating the house, and eventually these girls start kind of presenting themselves, and they're pretty much, you know, they just get naked, and they kind of try to seduce people, and then all of a sudden they turn into these demonic forces and they kill the people. So the guys in this movie are getting picked off one by one. Meanwhile, there's one woman with the group who is kind of drawn to the place, and she doesn't really know why, but she kind of feels connected, and of course by the end you kind of find out what's going on with that. But that's the movie there. Like I said, this movie is a pretty low budget. The acting is not too good. I mean, there's probably like maybe, you know, 1 or 2 decent actors in the film, and the rest are pretty bad, horrendous, I guess you can say. It always just feels like they're reading off a script, and it's not really them. Just nothing they say comes off as realistic or anything like that. The dialogue's not that great. It's kind of cheesy at times, and like I said, just overall not realistic. Seems like they're just reading the script. I always call these kind of like the middle school play type of movies, where you literally feel like you're watching a play where the kids are just trying too hard to act, and that's kind of what you get with this film. The special effects on these demonic people are awful. I'm pretty sure they're just wearing masks when they become demons. It looks like it's just a mask that they're wearing on their face, so there's really not any effect there at all. There are some moments where the characters, you know, get stabbed or something, and there's a lot of blood. I feel like it's a little too much blood, and it doesn't look overly realistic, but there's some decent parts where you get a little bit of gore and guts, and it doesn't look too bad. I will be honest, it's not horrible or anything like that. I just feel like they kind of try to go a little too over the top sometimes, but other than that, that's not awful. Story is not that interesting overall. That's another problem with these low budget films, is a lot of them just don't have a good story to begin with. It's okay if a movie's low budget, but if the story is just boring to watch and kind of repetitive, which is what you're getting with this movie. You have this just group of fools kind of walking around this house, and they, you know, it's kind of repetitive scenes where a woman is trying to seduce a stupid guy, and then she ends up killing him, and it just looks really bad. It's just not very entertaining to watch. It's pretty boring in my opinion. So the plot in general just kind of lacks with that. Overall, not a great movie. I wouldn't really recommend this to anybody. You know, just like I said, I only picked this up because of late fee here, and that movie's not that good either. I forget how I reviewed that one, but it was not too great as well. I think the second movie in this pack is oddly not too bad, so we will see once I get to it. But for Flesh for the Beast, I only give this one a 3.5 out of 10. Definitely don't recommend it to really anyone unless you know, pick up this pack for no reason, or you pick it up because you want to watch a late fee for your 31 Days of Horror 2017, and then you have to watch all the movies because you have OCD like me. Yeah, then you can pick it up. But other than that, there's really no other reason. So 3.5 out of 10. Thank you guys again for joining me for this weekly dose of horror. And you know, as I want to say as always, but maybe I will see you next week. I've been so busy pretty much every weekend, but finally got to make another video, so just bear with me, guys. Hopefully see you next week, if not the week after that, if not eventually. Bye now.